Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zeng here, and today I'm back with another episode of Road to Rank, where I climb the online VGC 15 ladder and provide live commentary as I go. We're just continuing laddering up with the Mega Charizard X team, but I did get rid of the Thundurus for the Mega Venusaur once again. I felt like Thundurus really wasn't doing anything, and I like having the Sun Bluff once again, so I'm going to put that back onto the team. I also actually put my Life Orb Aegislash in my battle box and locked it for the International Challenge, so I'm using a different Aegislash today. It's just going to be a weakness policy, a bit bulkier, so it can take those super effective attacks and then dish out damage back. So, should be fun as we're just going to jump onto the ladder, currently with a rating of 1765. As always, if you enjoy Road to Rank, please share your support by leaving a like on the video. Just takes a quick sec, and I'd really appreciate it. In addition, I'd really like to thank everyone who came out to the stream last night, as we find a 1712 rated player from Japan. It's my first time streaming around a month or so, and we had over 900 viewers, so that was really awesome. And if you're interested in my streams, go give me a follow at twitch.tv/CybertronVGC. My opponent here has a team of Kangaskhan, Bisharp, Blaziken, Rotomwash, Sylveon, and Amoonguss. So, pretty standard looking team. It's interesting to see both Kangaskhan and Blaziken. I would guess then that the Blaziken is just a normal Blaziken, probably like a, Life Orb naive mix set. The most common Blazikens tend to be that nowadays. Actually a very, very threatening team in general, I would say. So, let's see what I want to really go with. I actually feel like Venusaur might be the right call in terms of Mega Evolution here because of its ability to just completely shut down Rotomwash, Sylveon, and Amoonguss. Like, if he brings any of those three, Venusaur just has a great time. So while Charizard would be nice, I don't think it's really the right Pokemon to bring here. So I'm leaning towards Venusaur and Suicune as my leads here. Though I guess I should make a case for Venusaur Clefairy, but that's just the issue with Venusaur Clefairy is like Clefairy is nice because it can support those feraler Pokemon, but in this case like Venusaur is so bulky, you're not doing very much with either. So I'm gonna go with Venusaur and let's see. Landorus is tempting here, but walking into the Bisharp would be a fatal error. So Venusaur and Aegislash is weakness policyed. I'm thinking Venusaur, Suicune, Landorus in the back, maybe? Yeah, no. Perhaps I should consider Venusaur Suicune instead. Yeah, I actually like that more, so I'm going to lock in and we'll see how this plays out. Now, I don't have Protect on the Suicune, obviously, because I'm running Snarl. And Landorus T, being a choice user, also doesn't have Protect, so it might be a bit difficult to play around that, but let's see how this goes. Scary team in general, but I feel like I really just need to make sure the Mega Venusaur is conserved properly, and of course I've got Tailwind, which can help me out here. So I'm actually going to go with Suicune and Venusaur, which is a very familiar lead. Looks like my opponent's going with Bisharp and Blaziken, which is pretty solid here, actually. So, he can't really do too much damage to the Venusaur here. Both of his Pokemon are pretty big threats, though. Gonna Mega Evolve. Let's see, I think he's gonna Sludge Bomb Suicune. I said Sludge Bomb, I meant Knockoff. Okay, I'm gonna Leech Seed the Bisharp, actually, and Tailwind here. He might... Oh, he's actually Mega Blaziken. Wow, interesting. So I thought maybe he wasn't, but I guess he is. Now he might want to go for the Protect here to avoid getting Scalded, but he might just go for the attack. So I guess we'll find out. So far, things are looking alright, but the thing is, Bisharp is such a big threat. So that's why I'm going for the Leech Seed. He goes straight for the knockoff. Good play. Onto the Venusaur, actually. Wow, wasn't anticipating that. He does go reveal the Life Orb there as well. As Rock Slide comes out. Wow, that's opponent's just going for the flinches right away. I'm not happy about that, but Suicune gets the Tailwind up, which is great. Hitting Leech Seed here would be so nice. Let's see. And Venusaur does connect with the Leech Seed, so really, really good turn one there, even though Venusaur took a bit of extra damage. I thought maybe he would have wanted to double up into the Suicune, but hey, that's perfect for me here. So, Bisharp taking a decent amount of damage from that first turn solely off Life Orb. Of course, Blaziken does have that speed boost there, which can be pretty obnoxious, but, I got the Tailwind up, which is nice. Also, it's good that he has Blaziken and not Kangaskhan, because now Mega Venusaur does really well, I'd say. Let's see. Now, it's interesting. I mean, he's probably going to want to Protect with Blaziken. That's my best bet. The question is, does he knock off Suicune or Iron Head the Venusaur? Because I could Giga Drain and Scald into the Bisharp. I don't even know if that can KO, though. It's not like I can really switch Suicune out either here. So... You know what? I'll go for the Sludge Bomb onto the Blaziken and the Scald onto Bisharp. Okay, he's going to protect with the Entei, the Blaziken there. I really need to do a better job with pronouncing, or just getting the right Pokemon name. I always just see the typing and just mix it up. So, yep, he's going to get a knockoff here, presumably against the Suicune. Yep. Does bring me down to 92 HP, but Blaziken, you know, I can still get a Scald off. He can't KO me in the range that it's at, so that's actually really good. The reason why I didn't go for the double target onto Bisharp was I didn't want him to get a free switch into anything he had in the back, so this actually works out really nicely now. Let's see, so I'm gonna go for... Well, actually, now it's interesting, because if I go for the Scald, he might just Sucker Punch me. I could Sludge Bomb into the Blaziken here and actually switch out, predicting the Sucker Punch. And I actually think I'm going to do that. Yeah, I'll go for this play. Bisharp does faint from Leech Seed this turn anyway. You know what? The risky thing here is I might lose Mega Venusaur, but I just don't want Suicune to faint because it's my best check. And he does go for the Sucker Punch, but smartly onto the Venusaur. Wow. What a read there. So he's going to knock himself out from the Life Orb, but fantastic play by my opponent. I walked right into that one. He's going to go for the Flare Blitz here, also doubling up onto the Venusaur, so I guess he anticipated my switch. Nicely done there. It's unfortunately going to knock out Venusaur. A fantastic turn from my opponent there. Though he does reveal that he's fully physical Blaziken, which is good knowledge. Because I will be able to intimidate it, and I do have the weakness policy with Aegislash as well. So if he Flare Blitzes into the weakness policy, that's actually going to really help me out. So I'm definitely going to bring in Landorus here. But very good read by my opponent that last turn. You know, obviously if I just protected with Venusaur and Scalded Blaziken, I would have been perfectly fine. But he made a fantastic prediction. So I do fall up behind a bit, as he's going to bring in the Rotom Wash. That's obviously a big threat here. Let's see. Yeah, I don't have a great way to deal with it either. That's the annoying thing. I guess I'll U-turn and go for the Shadow Ball. I'll double target here. Now the interesting thing here is I'm actually running Sacred Sword over Flash Cannon on this Aegislash to deal with physical type attackers like Kangaskhan because of the weakness policy. So this could actually make it a bit scary. He's going to protect with that Blaziken though. That's absolutely perfect for me here. So, you know, unfortunately I don't have Shadow Ball anymore, but I'll get free damage off. That U-turn does quite a good amount actually, more than I anticipated. So obviously I'm just going to be bringing in Suicune here. And getting these Intimidates is really nice because it means Blaziken won't be able to knock me out. But I'm still a bit mad that I fell for that Sucker Punch play. Yep, he's going to go for the Hydro, presumably into Suicune. Perfect. Excellent. As going to go for the stance change and get a Shadow Ball off here, which is fantastic. See how much it does though. Yeah, with the Life Orb there, I would have been able to pick up the KO. Unfortunately, I'm running weakness policy now, but hey, I'll take what I can get. Kevin Peters out. Speed Boost activates. This is actually interesting now. I mean, because I guess he could just T-Bolt Suicune, but I could switch Suicune out into Landorus to take the Thunderbolt. Also, maybe he wants to, say, double up into Suicune. Well, he's revealed Flare Blitz, Rock Slide, Protect. Wondering what the last move is. Probably a fighting type attack, actually. I really don't want a King Shield here with Aegislash. But I mean, I guess he could Thunderbolt and just Flare Blitz into Aegislash, but then he can't afford Flare Blitzing into. Yeah, you know what? I'm actually going to just Tailwind. Actually, Tailwind's not even doing me any help right now. I'm just going to Scald Blaziken and Shadow Ball. I'm going for it. Risky play here, but yep, he's going to go for the Rock Slide, presumably a Thunderbolt onto Suicune, guessing, given like he didn't Flare Blitz. That should have knocked either of mine out. Hopefully no flinches here. Thunderbolt onto the Suicune. Yeah, so I did make the correct read there. I guess switching out into Landorus would have actually even been better. Just really hoping Aegislash doesn't flinch here because that was the prediction I was going for. And I do get the Shadow Ball off, which is really good. So that should knock out the Rotom Wash, and we are now tied at 2-2 apiece. It's going to be a close finish to the game, that's for sure. Now, unfortunately, with Scarf Landorus, you know, I am locked into an attack, and I probably don't want to lock myself into Earthquake, because obviously I would be attacking my own Aegislash, as his last one is going to be that Sylveon. Now, it's actually interesting because I don't have Flash Cannon on this Aegislash. If I did, I'd feel more confident about this match, but, gonna be an interesting finish to the game, that's for sure. Now, he's probably gonna Hyper Voice here. Like, if I were him, I'd protect Blaziken and Hyper Voice. This is really close. Okay, because right now I can just Earthquake King Shield. So, in anticipation of that, I'm actually going to Earthquake and Wide Guard. And he does go for the Protect. Perfect. I guess he could still screw me over, though, by going with the Shadow Ball. But Wide Guard really coming in clutch here. Let's see. So Scarf Landorus, of course. Now, I do lock myself into Earthquake, but actually, you know what an interesting play is? That my Aegislash can take an Earthquake, and that'll actually activate my weakness policy. But wow! What a read! He went for the Psy Shock! Well done. Well done. And that just makes this match so much scarier. Oh, that was really nicely done. I'm guessing he specs, though? I mean, he's got a Flare Blitz Landorus here. If he doesn't, he actually just loses. So... oh, man, I walked into this one. That was a very good Psy Shock on my opponent's end. He anticipated the Wide Guard. If I had Flash Cannon here, like I said, things would be a bit better, but unfortunately, don't. You know what? I'm just gonna go for the King Shield here. I mean, I could Shadow Ball, but the thing is, I don't want to take any additional damage, since I think that's actually Spec Sylveon, given how much Psyshock did. Like, that was around 50%. Oh, shoot! Oh, I just choked on a major. Okay, but Landorus is clutch. Oh. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. You guys were probably shaking your heads when I went for the, Well, this is interesting now. Did I knock out Sylveon or no? I couldn't even tell. Okay, Blaziken feints. What happened to Sylveon? Oh, okay. Picked up the double KO. Wow. Okay, so I went for the King Shield and it failed, obviously. Actually, that was my best move regardless, which is really funny. Because it made sure that I didn't knock myself out from Earthquake, but I could have went for another Wide Guard. So hilariously enough, somehow I managed to pull that through. You know, I keep on forgetting, like, King Shield doesn't actually work after you go for the Wide Guard, so that's something I really need to remember. But fortunately, we are able to pull out with the win there. Landorus really being clutch there. Ultimately, an overall great game. You know, I was definitely scared at points, and he made such a good prediction, sucker punching Venusaur, but in the end, Landorus and Aegislash were able to clutch it out. And the two Intimidates helped me out so much because Landorus was able to hang on with the sliver of HP. So we're just going to jump back onto the ladder and look for another match. I actually thought I lost that one because I thought if the Flare Blitz got the KO there, I mean, it still wouldn't have been over, actually, but it was just like a mental lapse, and whenever you see something like you're not expecting that late in the game, you're like, oh my goodness, I might just lose this one. So that was really scary at the end, but fortunately enough, we are able to escape with the win there. Overall, just a very nicely played game by my opponent, though. I mean, I really did not see that double target into Venusaur coming, but I think, you know, the fact that I was able to force the double target onto it was really good, because it allowed me to get a free switch in. The Aegislash there put on a lot of pressure, and even though I didn't have Life Orb, you know, I had comfort having the weakness policy, and, you know, since this is my first time actually playing with weakness policy Aegislash on Road to Ranked, that does remind me of a good play I can make, you know, as we find a Japanese opponent with a rating of 1648, in which I can just Earthquake myself and activate the weakness policy. So my opponent here has 3 potential Megas: Kangaskhan, Gengar, Aegislash, Hydreigon, Charizard, Talonflame. So pretty interesting to see, you know, so many different potential Megas. There's no doubt in my mind at least the Charizard is the Mega Evolution. Maybe Parastrap here, though I would not think so. A pretty threatening team in general, though, that's for sure. Now let's see. I feel like I have a lot of good options in this matchup, but I'm not entirely sure what I want to lead with. Now, the weakness policy Aegislash here can actually be really good, because I can take most of the attacks, but definitely going to want to go with Mega Charizard, I think, in this one. Just puts on more offensive pressure, blocks his Charizard should he decide to bring it. I actually like Thundurus as a lead here for sure. Thundurus Suicune is very nice here, I think. Yeah, especially with Snarls. Charizard in the back, and I think Aegislash here is the last one. So I'm not going to bring Clefairy in today's episode. Clefairy would be pretty good here, because it could redirect, return, or double edges away from Kangaskhan. And it can Moonblast Hydreigon as well, but I don't know. I just don't like really bringing it, especially when your opponent has Pokemon like Gengar and Aegislash, which can hit it for super effective. So, let's see. Still trying to get over that last game, though, man. That was really intense. And, you know, this Aegislash is bulkier. That's why that Rotom Wash was able to take that Shadow Ball after I doubled into it. That was a pretty important turn, though, looking back at it. Like, I was very lucky, too, that he didn't predict that, knocking it out. And then, you know, not King Shielding with Aegislash later in the game was essential as well. So, really, really tight battle. And I thought he got me with the Side Shock there at the end, especially after I went for the King Shield and failed. I was like, oh, I'm probably going to knock myself out. But Thundurus in the end picking up the double knockout after surviving the Flare Blitz. But, you know, for this match, I'm curious because... You know, I don't think he has Trick Room. Trick Room could really scare me. But, you know, I've got Speed Control with Tailwind. Though he might have his own Speed Control with the Talonflame. He's running out of time, actually. Let's see if he gets it in on time. Yep. Just locks him right beforehand. But, you know, Talonflame, of course, is a Pokemon that can carry Tailwind. Charizard and Hydreigon are actually both Pokemon that can also carry Tailwind. Talonflame being more common. But Charizard, you know, I've actually run into Charizard with Talonflame before. And Hydreigon, you know, some do like to carry it. Relatively rare, very, very rare actually, but, you know, you do run into it here and there. Looks like we're going to be seeing the Kangaskhan and Gengar leads from my opponent, though, so immediately I'm very curious because I actually don't know what the Mega Evolution here is. So I get the Intimidate off, which is always good against a Kangaskhan. Yeah, I don't want to, like, take a Fake Out until a Thundurus. Yeah, I think it's smart to just switch it into the Aegislash here and go for a... Tailwind's not really helping me much here. I don't really actually want to go for it. You know, I'm actually going to just Scald the Kangaskhan so it's in Sacred Sword KO range. And the reason why I don't want to stay in with Thundurus here is I'm really afraid he's actually Mega Gengar. You know, I don't know, but I'm going to play it safe. But it's Mega Kangaskhan, okay, so just your standard team here, Kangaskhan, Gengar, but, you know, you can't really take risks there. By switching into the Aegislash, I am able to, you know, oh, wow, he goes for the Protect. Good play there. Maybe Gengar going for a Will-O-Wisp? Nope, he just goes for the Icy Wind. So I was really close to going for Snarl. I really wish I did there, but I wasn't anticipating the Protect coming out of Kangaskhan. I thought maybe he would have went for the Fake Out, but regardless, I'm glad I switched out Thundurus there. You know, just wasn't really going to do very much there. So he gets the Icy Wind off. That's obviously fine. What's the bigger threat right now? Let me take a quick look at the rest of my opponent's team. Because I do have good presence here with offense. Thundurus is actually very good against the remainder of his team. Thundurus and Charizard actually do quite well. So, I wonder if I can bait the Shadow Ball into, or the, like, Shadow Ball, yeah, into my Aegislash. So I'll go for the Sacred Sword onto Kangaskhan and the Snarl, yeah. Oh wow, he just went for the Sucker Punch. Maybe, oh, if he's going for that, then I'm guessing he, oh, that's a crit too. This is fine if he didn't double up into Aegislash, but normally when you make that play, you're going to double up into Aegislash. Yeah, so he doesn't KO me there, but I'm guessing he went for the double target here. Yeah, good play, good play. Definitely was not anticipating that one. Because, you know, the more obvious play is a double target into the Suicune with, for example, a Sludge Bomb, or just a Double Edge and whatnot. So I guess my opponent, you know, and realized how big of a threat the Aegislash was and eliminated it right away. So I'm not happy about that, and I did walk into that one, and he did have Shadow Ball too. Like, you know, sometimes Gengars, especially the one I used earlier, like, don't carry Shadow Ball. In this case, he really did have it. So... what do I want to do? I can bring in Thundurus here once again. Get the Intimidate off. Yeah, I'm going to bring in Thundurus, because he's obviously going to want to Icy Wind with that Gengar. So what I can actually do here is go for the Part of me really wants a superpower because I feel like he might just go for the attack clear with Kangaskhan, though if he's smart, he's actually going to switch that out into something like Aegislash. So I'm actually going to go for the U-turn onto Gengar and the Tailwind. Yep, he does protect, so that's perfect. So this way I actually outspeed him the following turn with my Charizard, because he's going to get one Icy Wind off, but Gengar also here is in Snarl KO range, and I got the double Intimidate off against Kangaskhan, which is good, but really good play for my opponent to knock the Aegislash out, and, you know, looking at it, like, it would have been very rare for me to have actually King Shielded in that position, so it was a really safe play for my opponent to have made. Gengar's going to get that Icy Wind off, that is fine, you know, don't take too much damage here. More importantly, I do set up my Tailwind. So now I do outspeed my opponent's Pokemon. Suicune, of course, doesn't outspeed, but that's fine. Not Salamence, Charizard at -1, but more importantly, outspeeding both of his. Actually, Gengar might be faster than it since I'm running Adamant. I could just protect. I don't want to see. The thing is, I'm scared of just losing Suicune here because then Landorus doesn't do very much because you don't want to just Earthquake. I'm gonna Mega. Actually, maybe I shouldn't Mega Evolve here. He doesn't. He also doesn't know I'm Charizard X yet. You know what? I'm actually just gonna protect here and Snarl. Yeah, I'm gonna try to knock out Gengar so it doesn't do much. He's gonna switch out Kangaskhan, which is perfect. I was anticipating maybe a Shadow Ball into Charizard, as it looks like Hydreigon's gonna come in. Now this is really good, especially because he doesn't know I'm Charizard X, and I know he actually doesn't carry a Fake Out on that Kangaskhan. Yep, he's just gonna go for another Icy Wind. But I should be able to knock out the Gengar here, and the Hydreigon will be at -1 special attack, which can actually go a long way. As long as Snarl connects here, does manage to hit both Pokemon. Gengar actually hangs on. Ooh. Interesting, interesting. Well, that does make this game. Okay, well, now I can just Mega Evolve. If I actually Dragon Clawed that slot last turn, that would have been so clutch. I really want to just Mega Evolve and Dragon Claw here. But I don't know if he's Choice, that's the thing. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to go for the Snarl on the Dragon Claw. If he's Life Orb, his best play is to just protect Icy Wind once again. Oh, he's actually going to switch out. Nicely done. What's coming in, though? Kangaskhan. I mean, that Kangaskhan's going to be taking a Dragon Claw, so hey, that's fine. I'm wondering if Charizard X actually outspeeds the Gengar here before the Icy Wind. I mean, obviously he's going to be going for it, but lots of switches right there. And I do wish I attacked with Charizard last turn instead of going on the defensive. And yeah, I am actually out faster. So Dragon Claw should do around 50% here. Yep, right on the money. He's going to go for an Icy Wind. Going to connect on both. That does negate my Tailwind basically on Charizard, but you know, he hasn't been doing very much offensive-wise, so that's alright. So Charizard back at neutral speed now, negating the Tailwind. I do get the Scald off against Gengar. That does eliminate one of the bigger threats to the Landorus with the Icy Wind. I would guess Hydreigon's going to come back in now, so because I revealed my Charizard bluff, but let's see. Oh, that's actually Talonflame. Okay. Interesting. This is actually going to be a really, really close finish. Let's say I have one last turn of Tailwind. He's probably going to outspeed me with the Talonflame. I don't know how fast his Kangaskhan is. I also don't know whether he's carrying like Return or Double Edge. Now, Landorus in the back can close things up relatively easily. I'm going to go for the Dragon Claw onto... Okay, I really have to play this carefully. I mean, he's got a Brave Bird. He's basically got to double up into Charizard here, I think. I'm going to Dragon Claw the Kangaskhan and just Scald the Talonflame. Yep, Brave Bird comes out. I presume a double onto Charizard. If not, though, I do pick up a KO here on Kangaskhan, which is why, you know I can KO one of the two Pokemon. Yeah, he does go for the Brave Bird onto Charizard there, as he's, Oh, wow, I actually still outspeed Kangaskhan. Perfect, perfect. I wasn't sure how fast his Kangaskhan there is, but, you know, Charizard naturally faster than Kangaskhan sitting at base 100. Actually, no. Excuse me. I mean, it's funny in VGC, just because, well, I pick up double knockout there, and that's actually going to be game there. Because most of the times Charizards are bulkier, and, you know, if you're going up against Jolly Kangaskhan, they can outspeed you, but if you're using, for example, like max speed Charizard, then you can outspeed Kangaskhan. So Hydreigon's going to come in here. Looks like we're going to be able to pick up 2 wins today. I'm just going to play it safe, switch out back into Landorus, and go for the Tailwind, actually. and my opponent's going to forfeit. So, hey, that's a great episode today. We pick up 2 more wins, so the weakness policy, Aegislash, really proving clutch there. Suicune and Charizard pulling their weight too. And the Mega Venusaur was actually really, really helpful in the first game, so I'm glad, you know, all the members came through in today's episode. But yeah, that's going to be it for this one, guys. I actually probably won't be streaming today since I'm going out to dinner and I won't get home until too late, but maybe I will have a short impromptu one for an hour or so. Definitely going to be streaming tomorrow, though. You can watch the archive from yesterday night if you haven't. Go check out yesterday's episode if you haven't already also, and yeah, that's it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Alright, peace.